Hello, and welcome to another episode of Hymn of the Week. Pastor Harry Heidebrecht and I are here and glad to be with you again. Harry is our pastor of seniors ministry, and I have the privilege of being lead pastor. And it's our delight to connect with you in this way with another Hymn of the Week. We always start off with a passage of the week as well. And so this week, our passage is from Psalm 46. I'm going to read verses 8 to 11. Let's read. Come and see what the Lord has done, the desolations he has brought on the earth. He makes wars cease to the ends of the earth. He breaks the bow and shatters the spear. He burns the shields with fire. He says, "Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress." Pastor Harry, why don't you share with us what you've learned and discovered about this hymn, and we'll look forward to hearing another one from Calvin and Heather.
Well, this week our hymn is "Be Still My Soul." Last week's hymn was an example of a modern hymn that is written quite recently and in a shorter period of time. This week's hymn of the week, "Be Still My Soul," is the work of three individuals from three different countries who lived in three different centuries. The lyrics to the song were written in German in 1752 by Katharina von Schlegel. She was a German pietist, part of a renewal movement within the German Lutheran Church. And although pietists stuck with the church, they organized in home groups as well for purposes of prayer, Bible study, and the singing of hymns, many of which they themselves composed. Katharina von Schlegel was one of these, who has supposedly composed more than 29 hymns. But this is the only one we know of that survives to this day. The translation of the hymn into English took place almost 100 years later, in 1853, when Jane Bothwick, a hymn writer and translator from Scotland, published an English version of this hymn. She had visited Switzerland and there had discovered a Lutheran hymn book with hymns she had never heard before. She returned home to Scotland, where she set upon translating these and producing a new hymn book, which she entitled "Hymns from the Land of Luther." The third person in this human trilogy was a Finnish classical composer, Jean Sibelius. At first, this melody was part of a larger composition depicting the national struggle of the Finnish people against Russia that was encroaching on their independence. And so the first section is filled with conflict and dissonance. It's loud and dissonant. And then suddenly there's a section that becomes very quiet, serene, and hymn-like. The first part depicts struggle. The second, hope. And so this became a song, a national hymn to the people, because Sibelius sat down and produced it as a separate song, a nationalistic hymn for the nation. The words to, or the music to "Be Still My Soul" was sung in many melodies, but none ever seemed to stick until in 1937, This song, written by Catherine von Schlegel in the 18th century, translated by Jane Bothwick in the 19th century, was paired with the music of Jean Sibelius in the 20th century. And this is the song, Be Still My Soul, as we have come to remember it to this day. To this day, it remains a song of hope amid troubling circumstances, drawing its inspiration from Psalm 46, verse 10. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted on the earth. We will hear it in 4 verses. Each verse begins with the words, be still my soul. Be still my soul, the Lord is on your side. Be still my soul, your Lord will undertake. Be still my soul when dearest friends depart. Be still my soul, the hour is hastening on. And so we'll invite Calvin and Heather to play the music. The words will appear as well, and feel free to sing along.